Come on, one more time.
Bye.
Come on. Oh, there's a good boy. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Yes. Rough. Hi, everybody. Saturday night, OGIC. We are back. We are back. Last week was, a lot of you know, Mrs. Old Guy and I got ourselves a pretty nasty case of food poisoning. So
Natalie's here.
last week got canceled. Hi, Natalie. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Saturday night. Back in saddle. Getting ready to cook up some yummy food. I'm ready for it. Whew, I hope everybody had a good week. It was a much better week than the week before. But it was also kind of a busy week. We had a community picnic today, and the other person that was helping me do it got back swamped of her regular work, and we were sick, so we were way behind on stuff, and so it took us most of the week to kind of pull all the loose ends together and have that community picnic earlier today.
Scott's here.
Hi, Scott.
Mom and Mrs. Old Guy, so glad to see you're back and you're both doing better.
Thank you, Scott. It is good to be back, and it's great to feel better, because it was terrible.
Sean in the packs here.
Sean, hey man, glad you're here, sir. And hello to the pack, if the pack is indeed watching. Janice, I got news for you here pretty soon. Miss Janice, good evening.
Natalie says, what did the evil chicken lay?
What did the evil chicken lay? Oh boy, deviled eggs.
Yep.
Oh boy, I gotta say hi to my brother Doug and my sister-in-law Shar. Good evening. Good evening. Like I said, it is great to be back. We've got some yummy stir fry tonight. I've got 4 proteins going in. I got some steak, I got some pork, we got chicken, and we got shrimp. So 4 protein going in there. I'm gonna make some noodles to go with it. We'll see how well they turn out, how I have planned. We'll
Sean
see.
says you're on the big screen.
Ooh, nice. Do I look cool? Am I bright enough? Can you see me? Oh, this is going to be a fun night. It really is. I'm going to just kind of set this out of the way. And I'm going to get started making the pasta just because it's going to take a while to sit. So,
John's here.
hi, John. Good evening. Happy Saturday. As always, I'm curious as to what you folks are having for your dinner. Obviously, we're going to have stir fry. How about you guys?
Scott says I got food poisoning once from Panda Express, and I was rolling on the bathroom in pain for like 3 days. It was miserable.
Yeah, food poisoning is no joke. That's for sure. All right, so I got a little salt, a couple eggs.
Sean says, LOL, you sure do.
Awesome. Well, we gotta look cool. All right.
Natalie had spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Nice. Nice. So, next week we have roast beef stew.
Yep.
And that was whose request? Brandy. And then the following week is, let me get it right here, Ms. Old Guy. Grilled cheese beef dip sandwich. And that was requested by Janice. So Janice, you are up week after next.
Also, you're doing buffalo turds with the
Oh
rest
yeah,
of
and I'm
the
doing buffalo turds
That
next
was
week
Sean.
too, Sean. I figured they would make, great appetizers for the beef stew, so I'm gonna do that. Make some buffalo turds. I'm gonna add just a
You know, I
little
was
bit of water.
having brisket, potato salad, and beans and beans.
Well, that sounds great.
Miguel? How do you say it?
Miguel?
Yep. He's here?
Hey man, good evening. Well guys, just getting some pasta started for this here stir fry. Takes a minute to work it in. Probably need to add a little more water. That's okay. I can understand the water. It's pretty dry here right now. The relative humidity is pretty low. So a lot of moisture just evaporates right away. Speaking of moisture and whatnot, we did kind of a double thing here. We got, I don't know how many of you saw the video I did a little while back with this fire that was going on across the river from us here. And they got it out, and then a couple of nights ago it started up again. And it's from a coal seam that's burning. But it started burning again. And then the next day we got a really nice, about an hour, 2 hour soaking rain and put it all back out again.
Natalie says she's counting down the days till her Disney World vacation next month.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And Lisa and Wild Man are here.
Hey, well, man, Lisa. Hi, guys. Glad you're here. I'm just getting this pasta kind of made up here. Now, when I was looking for like Chinese noodles and whatnot, the recipes that I was looking at didn't call for any eggs. It's just water, salt, and flour, but it was different flour than I've got. This is not anywhere near glutinous enough, I don't think. This is just regular all-purpose. So rather than have a total fail, I decided just to make sort of a regular pasta.
Scott says he's having a mixed green salad with Italian dressing and homemade chicken salad on the side with some crackers.
Oh, yum! That sounds good. All right, pasta's ready. We'll let that sit for the next few minutes. Give my hand a quick wash off. Woo! Oh, I'm not prepared. Didn't have my red towel. All right. So I'm going to kind of get some veg cut up and ready to go. Got green bell pepper, some carrots, some celery, onion, and I'm going to make the sauce using some of these, what do you call these? Sweet, what, cuties? It's going to make some cutie orange sauce to go with all this. And I guess I'm just going to start with the celery. The celery! Set that aside here. I've got a pile of the celery leaves. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I like to use them because they're like really aromatic, especially when you're hitting them up in a sauce or something like that. Just give these a nice slice on the bias here, and just some nice thin but not too thin.
Steve's here.
Slice of carrots. Hey, Steve. Guten Abend. Cutting up a little bit of veg here for this stir fry evening. Got 4 proteins tonight: chicken, pork, beef, and shrimp.
Wild man wants to know how you're feeling.
Much better, much better. We both are. It was pretty brutal, and I think that it may not have been quite as bad as it was if we would have just got sick and vomited that night, or that evening. But we didn't. It didn't come up, so to speak. So instead of getting rid of it right away, it had a chance to take hold real well. And oh man, but yes, we are feeling a whole heap better.
Scott says, any luck on selling the rest of the puppies?
No, we had to, unfortunately, we had to give them away. It was really hard to do that. We had to take the loss. That really sucks, but we couldn't afford to keep them any longer, and it wouldn't have been fair to them to wait much longer, because that's the age they were is really a great age for them to bond with somebody. So we just decided to give the last 3 puppies away. So they went to good homes.
Yep.
And that's good enough for me, I reckon.
Steve says, glad y'all are okay.
We are too. We are too. All right, let's get this celery dish here. Oh, you might hear some of that tonight. Chumley's wanting to play, and Polly, not so much. Oop. Oh, come on. Just want some slices. Okay. Good enough. Should be good. Peel some of these carrots here. Whew. This is about as close to stir fry as I can get, I think. I don't have a wok and or the gas heat that it would take to really get up to temp. So this is just going to be an attempt.
Steve says, how is the room looking?
How is the what looking?
The room?
Room?
Yes. Maybe
Which-
maybe the garage. I don't know.
Yeah, to which room do you refer? The room where the puppies were?
Natalie says, have you ever seen someone eat an alarm clock?
No, I can't say as though I have ever seen anybody do that.
Natalie says, I haven't either, but it's too time consuming.
I don't want to do this. I think I'm just going to peel these out into some nice strips.
The room you remodeled.
Well, I just redid our garage. If that's what you're referring to, and it turned out great. I suppose I should do a follow-up video, kind of show you the end result. But yeah, just didn't think about it, and then other things happened. All right. That'll be good. That'll be delicious in there.
Steve said yes. That's it. Scott says, ouch, I'm sorry that you had to give them away. It hurts to take that loss. And then he says that his friend used to breed Belgian Malinois. And he had to give some puppies away too, and that was a great loss for him.
Yeah, it's not easy to, you know, I guess. It's not easy to have a litter of pups. It's a lot more work than people that have not had a litter to deal with think. Let's just get some nice thin strips out of this. Red bell. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
What do you think? A little more. Can't have too much veg. Alright. Got some good looking colors going here. Set that there. Just about ready to get to the meat.
Yay.
Hey, hey, hey. Got some of these green onions. Oh man. How good is that going to be?
That says that he used to help raise dogs in litters, and taking care of a litter is not easy. So much work and
There is a lot of work. Especially if you have a lot of puppies. That's a lot of messes to be cleaning up every day, all day. Yeah. Let me get some of this stuff out of my way. Boink.
He says also Mom is very protective. Yep, she sure is.
Up to a certain point, she's very, very protective, and then when the pups get to be 5 weeks old, 4 or 5, she'll start to let our male get around them and play. And he's real good with them. He's really good. He's snapped at a couple of them once, but he didn't hurt anybody. He's a good guy when it comes to them youngins. All right. Let me set these cuties out the way.
John says this brisket is so tender it almost melts in his mouth.
Love brisket. Yep. I really like burnt ends. It's like the bacon of beef. It's so good. All right. Let's gonna cut the bone out of this chop here.
Jared Tierno?
Jared! Hey man, thanks for coming over to Old Guy's channel and having a peek. Making Asian stir fry tonight. I just got through cutting up a bunch of veg. Got pork, chicken, beef, and shrimp going into this baby. I'm going to make a sauce out of these little cuties. And I got some pasta, a little noodle to go with it. So that's the big excites happening here tonight. Yes, sir. I'm just going to kind of cut this chop into some strips, fairly thin. Oh man. It's gonna make a great dinner and a great lunch too. This will be more than we'll even come close to eating tonight. That's okay. Like I said, we'll get another meal out of it. All right. There's that pork chop.
Miguel,
Steak
how do you say his name? Mom?
What's that?
Miguel?
Miguel?
Yes. He's making bean and cheese chalupas with Mexican rice.
Oh, that sounds good. Yummy. Got ourselves a top sirloin here.
Scott says you really have a great variety of meat for the stir fry.
Yeah, I wanted to go, I was just thinking, I could do steak, or we could do chicken, And I thought, well, why not just do them all? So, we'll get these cut up into some nice thin strips here. Oh, yeah. Don't know how I'm doing, but because I'm not like Mr. Know-It-All when it comes to any doing stir fry, but I have fun, so I guess that counts for something. Get this beef cut up, and then last but not least will be the chicken. I do gotta shell my shrimp. Right here. Not too difficult.
I haven't seen Nate in the house yet, Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. All right. Oh, and by the way, Wild Man. Is Tim watching? Is Tim here?
I haven't seen him either.
Thanks so much for sending that Barry RC, because there is absolutely zero chance that we would have found it out here. It's just, I'm lucky we can even get regular RC. All right, just a couple shrimp here. Come on. There we go. And I'm just gonna cut them in half. It's all going in the same pan, so I'm not too worried about cross-contamination. It's all going in the same pan at the same time. Little boneless, skinless chicken breast or chicken thigh. Cut off that little bit of fat there.
Scott says I can't clean shrimp at all. After I get the vein out of the shrimp, it looks like they were put in a blender. And Lisa says, hey, no charge, Fred.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of practice to devein a shrimp, but that's pretty much all it takes. Is just a little practice before you'll get it. So don't give up. Just keep trying. It's thin enough, it's all going to cook pretty much at the same time. Okay. A little more chicken. A little more chicken. Alright, let's cut that extra fat.
John said he's having pineapple upside down cake for dessert.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
That's one of Mrs. Old Guy's favorites. I'm not real fond of it, but I'll eat it.
Wild man says ain't no charge for me.
No charge. All right. He is all sliced up. Excellent. Bone here. Woohoo! All right. So my little bit of prep is done. Get rid of this. Put this meat up out of the way for the time being.
Scott says he has a half a slice of peanut butter chocolate cheesecake for dessert.
This old guy and I have a slice of coconut cream pie
Yep.
for dessert later.
John says they're having garlic potato wedges, chicken, and green beans.
Well, that sounds good.
Yep.
That sounds really good. All right. Get this pasta maker going here. This is kind of be a new attempt for me on how I'm going to cook these. So we'll see how well it goes. Let's tie this thing down here. Make sure it's reasonably snug. Oh, that's too snug. This isn't the best table for this, but all right. Let's open it up. And a cranking time. You know the deal. Yep. Stuff it through.
Lisa said, hey, Tim put me on it this week because he hurt his foot while mending.
Uh-oh. No getting hurt. Not without me asking you first. So, the next time you want to get hurt, hit me up with an email, and I'll let you know if it's okay or not. Most of the time, it's not going to be okay. So, don't be hurting yourself unless I ask you to. Think I said that plain enough. Should be able to understand. Don't want you getting hurt.
Scott says he's interested in learning how to make his own pasta. It doesn't seem hard. I just learned how to make his own biscuits and pie crust, and it wasn't hard at all.
No. That's the thing. None of this is very difficult. It just takes a little practice. You know, some things are easy to get right away.
Paperways here.
Hey, dude, how's it going? Mr. Caperway, sir. I'm interested to watch your 50 Reaper Peppers tomorrow. Is that a live stream you're doing, or is it a premiere? Just I'm curious.
He
I don't
says he's glad that we're feeling better. He's been there as well with food poisoning.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad we're better too. Alright. Looking a little better now.
Well, man was doing yard work when he hurt his foot.
Oh, bummer. Yard work. It's hard enough as it is without hurting yourself. So don't hurt yourself. Stop it. Okay. Looking better. One more time. And then I can start actually stretching this thing out.
I don't know why this is being so difficult this time.
What's going on here?
Keeper Way says, yeah, they're going live.
Awesome. Well, I plan on being there to watch. Come on.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time getting this thing to set tonight. Let me try that. Yep. Yeah, the lip on this table just isn't quite big enough to support this thing. Okay. Let's go a little smaller now. Start stretching this thing out.
Scott wants to know, did food poisoning turn you off to Newman's salsa?
Kinda, yeah. I'm not saying that I won't buy it again, but it's gonna be a while before I do. It's just one of those things.
Keeper Way says, no worries, if you can't make it, it's all good.
Oh, it's not so much a matter of making it as remembering, but I did click the reminder, so. And usually I don't have a lot going on Sunday mornings, so I should be okay. I hope you'll be okay. 50 Carolina Reapers. You're crazy! Crazy man. Hey Janice, I got a question for you. Is there it seems like I heard some kind of saying or something about having long noodles, but I don't remember what it was. I wondered if you knew. Some old saying of some sort.
Wild Man says he's just hanging out with his sis Lisa tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. Ugh. Getting hot in here. Just nice that I don't have to use the oven this evening.
Scott's over Beijing beef at the Panda Express is what gave him food poisoning and still can't order.
Yeah. Some things really just kind of put you off to it. It wasn't a case of food poisoning, but there was once when Mrs. Old Guy and I ate a whole bunch of tamales and then went to a carnival. Let's just say that wasn't the brightest idea either. And it took a long time before I ate another tamale.
Joshua Maxwell Hey, I made it. No more food poisoning now. LOL.
Yep, and yeah, thanks for making it. I am just getting finished up with all the prep for tonight's dinner. I got a nice little selection of meat: beef, chicken, pork, and shrimp. Got some nice long noodle I'm doing here. Got some chopped up celery, onion, bell pepper, green onion for the dinner. Okay.
Natalie said that she had food poisoning from Papa John's twice within a few months. She's not eating there again.
Ooh. Yeah, that's... Food poisoning is a real thing, man. People get pretty dang sick.
So Janice says when you eat Japanese noodles, you're not supposed to break them as you eat them. You're just supposed to slurp them up. Long noodles means long life.
Okay, thank you. I wondered if it wasn't something like that, but
Brandy's here making light food, she says.
hey, Brandy. Good evening. Just a reminder, Randy, your request of the roast beef stew is next weekend. Yeah, so you just to give you that little memory thing.
Takeaway says I like that, Janice. I'm always breaking my noodles up. No more.
Well, that's pretty long right there. I don't know. Might be even be able to toss that. But that's a long noodle right there, and might as well just go for it, right? Get a little bit of flour to dust this with so that it doesn't stick. All right. Oh yeah.
Joshua says his dad got food poisoning from eating chili relleno for Mexican dish.
That's
He won't eat it ever again.
yeah. It's funny how all it takes is once with a lot of things like that, and it just kind of puts you off from then on. Like one example of that, this friend of mine when he was young had to get himself a dose of castor oil, and he had it before, so in order to make it taste better, he mixed it with orange soda, and to this day he still cannot drink orange soda.
Answer.
Sorry?
Answer.
Hi, Ed.
Hello and greetings all. Long time no see.
Long time no see is right. But I'm glad you're back. Doing a little stir fry action here. Just making some noodles. Oh yeah. Really long noodles. All right.
Janice says also making slurping noises as you eat the noodles is not considered bad manners.
Awesome. Awesome. Because I'm probably going to do some noodle slurping. Got some water, and I want a little more. I'm going to kind of attempt to steam cook on those. All right, let's get some fire going on this pan. I'm hungry. And it's the second time I cooked today, earlier for the community picnic. Just the simple stuff: burgers, brats, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, yeah, hot dogs. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's a small community here, so we never get like a huge crowd. But the big thing was it was mostly for the kids, and they had a blast. We had all kinds of water balloons and squirt guns and games. The kids had a blast. We had fun too. I had a couple of guys come up and play some bluegrass music for us. They turned out to be excellent. In fact, I'll probably put a little video out in the next day or so. A little clip, a couple clips of these guys. It was good fun. Good fun.
Natalie says you have a handy thing there. What's it called? Your noodle thing.
Oh,
Pasta maker.
yeah. Here's a pasta maker.
I want to make some homemade noodles, and I could use a thing like that.
They're not expensive. If you look on like Amazon or something, just look for a pasta maker. And something like this should show up. And yeah, you know, that one says it was made in German in Italy, and I think I only paid like $35 for it. So you could probably get a decent one for under 50.
And it says she loves bluegrass music.
Oh, these guys were really good. They never played together before. There's a local place down the road that they have concerts there all the time. It's an organic orchard place. And I called them, and I got a hold of somebody who gave me the number of somebody else. And he says, well, I know a guy that plays banjo. And the two of them came up, and it was the first time they'd really played together, but you sure couldn't tell. They did an amazing job. Fun stuff.
Scott says that he's throwing a 4th of July block party for his neighbor, small potluck with fireworks.
How fun. We did that once many years ago. Had a block party 4th of July. We got a pony keg of root beer and did root beer floats for everybody. And yeah, that was a fun time. Oh, boy, I guess I could hear him go by. Yeah, I'm waiting for this oil to get really hot.
Yep, guys, got
I'll get this veg started. Wish myself a little luck here. I don't toss them all over the place.
Lisa says back in the 70s she had Terry R.C. working in the factory from out from the wild man did.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a little jealous. I love RC.
Terry R.C. sounds really good too.
It does. It does. Got that one in the fridge still. I've been waiting till kind of like everything is back. You know, like after we were sick, my taste buds were screwed up for a few days, so I didn't do any reviews or anything. It'll go. That's one thing I'm saying. This should be at least, twice as hot. I'm not sure, Janice. I think I said I saw like 700 degrees or something, very hot when they use a wok. And this isn't even close.
The way he says, wow, what the heck? That sounded close. Was it lightning?
No, there was a truck that went by.
The highway's right outside of our house.
It is. It's right outside the door. And it's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit through town. But people just think that that's a suggested speed, not an actual speed. It's a really scenic drive from the mountains up here. And So because of that, we get a lot of like different car clubs, like Triumphs. You'll see these Triumphs come through town, or Vipers, or Corvettes.
Yep.
And it's really high end, really nice cars because of the type of drive that it is through here and the scenery. So they don't care. They'll go through town 90, 100 miles an hour. What do they care?
Janet says that she's never cooked stir fries because she don't know.
I have no idea either. I think I saw that somewhere where they were when they used them on the gas jets, like the restaurants and whatnot, that they're like 600-700 degrees. But I don't know that for sure. What am I missing? Pork.
Scott said that he worked on a factory line. He was telling Lisa, and he said that he made candy bars.
One more time.
Scott was telling Lisa that he worked on at a factory line, and it was making candy bars.
Oh, okay. What kind of candy bars? Probably different ones, huh? Depending on the run, right?
Scott says having a nice block helps with stir fry.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't haven't ever got a wok. I didn't figure an electric one. You know, probably wouldn't do much better than just my frying pan as far as heat level, but I don't know.
You might have
All right, I need a drink. Smells good. Oh, that's better. So I guess while that's cooking down, I can juice a few cuties. Cutie.
T-Bird and Red is here.
Hey, T-Bird.
Yeah.
How's it going? Just getting some food cooking here. Got some veg cooking up in the pan here. Got beef, chicken, pork, and shrimp ready to go in. Cutting up some of these cuties to make a sauce. This is going to be good. Made some noodles here. We'll see how well that goes. Okay, there's a few cuties cut up.
T-Bird says, looks like all the work's done and right on time.
Yep. All the hard stuff's done. There we go. Starting to get a little color. Yes.
Scott said he made protein bars like power bars. A lot of long days working there.
Okay. Right on. All right. Let's start juicing some of these. Super juicy. Don't want any rind in there, though. One thing I gotta be careful, these have a pretty thin skin. Just like Mrs. Old Guy. All right. Check those veg here again. Nice. Let's set these out. Alright. Smash. I'm going to put these back. I don't have room to toss it all together. At least very much. So I'll set that veg aside and get the meat rocking here.
Natalie wants to know if it's too late to come over for dinner.
No, it's not. Just make yourself some plans. There's a cool little motel down the road. Just be here next week. You're not too late at all for beef stew.
Yeah. Scott says he almost got to work at the Jelly Belly factory, but his temp company sent him to another factory.
Oh, that's
It
too
would have
bad.
been a lot of fun working there.
Yeah, we went on the Jelly Belly tour back in 2019. Pretty cool place. Pretty cool place. All right.
Gabriel Ray told Scott his wife made protein balls, but they're not very healthy if you eat them all.
Well, it turned out, sadly,
He said that he ate them all, lol.
turned out sadly that Mrs. Old Guy cannot eat Jelly Bellies, which is really unfortunate because the banana ones are our favorite.
Yep.
Love the banana ones, but it's made with potato starch. And that's, yep, the big potato word. This old guy can have it. Unfortunate. A little salt.
Natalie said that she did the Jelly Belly tour back in 2011.
It's a pretty cool place.
It is.
They sure make a lot of flavors, that's for sure. Let's get a little more of these. There goes a piece of chicken. All right. Yep, that's as high as it's gonna go. It's the only thing with this much meat in that pan. Now it's released a lot of juice, so it's almost poaching instead of frying. At least until it starts to evaporate. A little mustard. Some ginger. A little spicier, put some crushed red pepper. Got some garlic.
Scott says, no, I want popcorn Jelly Bellies. And T-Bird said that he was a baker. He made potato flour donuts.
Sounds good. I mean, to me it does. Sounds like a nightmare to Mrs. Obey.
Scott told Caperway that I 100% believe that some of the protein bars that he made when he was handling them on the stuff on the outside of the bars would melt his plastic gloves.
Jeez.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah. It is.
I'm glad I don't eat that stuff.
All right, I'm gonna get some more of these juiced off here. Kind of don't want to lose track of the other things I'm doing here. Yep. Squirt these out. It's gonna make a really good sauce. I wanted to make blood orange, but the grocery didn't have any, so instead of just doing a regular orange, I wanted to grab these cuties. Just because they're a little more tart. Right. A few more. Smells like food in here.
Yum.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get these set aside. Looks pretty dang good. Kind of deglaze a little bit. I think I better get a clean dish to put this cooked meat in there. Alright. So far, so good.
Paperweight says, have you guys ever made nacho bake? It's so good.
Nacho what?
Nacho bake.
Nacho bake. I don't know. I may have made something like that, but not knowing that's what it was called.
Is that a request?
Yeah, is that a request?
Hebert asked, did you sell the last puppy?
No, sir. We ended up giving them away.
He says it's all stuffed for nachos, but in a rectangular casserole pan.
Okay. We can do that. We think that just became a request. At least I do. All right. So now, here comes the fun part.
Scott says, funny factory story is that they were making 2 different bars. Someone messed up the bar's wrapper, and they were all put in the wrong packaging. They made 4 pallets of bars before they realized their mistake.
Oops.
People says loaded nachos and you bake it in a casserole pan.
Do that. That sounds really good.
And he said it's definitely a request.
No, it is now officially written down. So,
Yep.
all right. Here we go. Put this in here. Never attempted this before. Just gonna try and steam these babies. Let them fry a little bit. Woohoo! They're long. That's a good thing. Watch out there, little girl. Little Polly. Come over here. Yep. Let's lift up and say hi to the folks. Whoop. She don't like that so much.
Yeah, it's like not getting up. Chumley's like, I'll get up.
Yeah, Chumley likes that stuff. You get up. All
You
right.
don't get none, Chum.
Woo.
Joshua says that he's going to make in a crock pot little smokies, which is them small hot dogs, and a bag of meatballs, and he's going to combine grape jelly and chili sauce. So good.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Doing jelly on that stuff. Like a peanut butter and jelly hamburger. Sounds interesting. Might have to try something like that one of these times.
Yeah.
Zest a couple of these.
Hebert said that he worked in a cookie factory. A line from the dough room to the pallet was blocked up long. Was a block long, 6 lines.
Dang.
That's a lot.
Yep. Some of those factories are huge. Indeed. Again, one more water.
Scott says, Chum's trying to tell you that he will handle the stream and watch the food, and you need to leave for a minute.
A little bit of stickage, not too bad. Looks like they're just about cooked. I don't think I'll do it this way again. it's not turning out bad. It just would have probably been better just to go ahead and throw it in water. Yeah. But what the heck? It was time to experiment, so I did. Those are just about done. Whew. That's good.
Joshua says that his niece just moved out to Colorado. Not sure where exactly, but she's a Florida born.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Welcome to Colorado, if you should ever be watching. All right. All right. Finish putting this thing together. Just pasta. Plate. Get this veg back in here. Meat. Make a little sauce here. Got some toasted sesame seed oil. This is just going to be a real simple sauce. Nothing too major. A little soy. Already added the other spices.
Sean's back. He lost the internet for a bit.
No. Glad you're back. We're just getting the sauce done here. Gonna add my orange. My cutie juice. Smells good enough to where I think I should give it a little bit of a taste. Let's see. Good. We need a little more soy. A little more soy. Touch of sugar. So I believe this was Eli's request. Yes?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was too. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to make it. But he can always watch on the replay. A little more water just to give it a little more sauce. Oh, okay. I'm going to clear the table a little bit so I can stay. It is almost time to feed our face, Mrs. Old Guy.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
I'm hungry.
I was hungry too. Very hungry. Stuff out of the way. Just, yeah, last minute flop. Pasta on there. A little sticky. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Looks good.
It does. Shut that off. A little bit of that on here. Some on the other plate. Oh my. Let's go there. I think that's gonna probably be more nearly.
Probably.
Hand that to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Favorite part, yay! Pull up, belly up to the table, and see how good it is. I'm not going to bother wiping it off any more than that. I'm freaking hungry here. All right.
Yep.
Let's try some of the pasta. That has about the same consistency or texture of a ramen noodle.
Scott wants to know if any of your dogs ever stolen food off your table.
Actually, no. Not any dogs that we've had within recent years. Maybe many years ago, but
Ed wants to know what it looks like.
he wants to see my plate. I guess I don't blame him. Here, let me throw that on there. Got carried away. Here we go. A little stir fry action. And this request did come from Eli. So we thank Eli very much. This is a great dinner.
Scott says looks delicious. Natalie says looks really good.
The shrimp is nice.
T-Bird said that his dog can't steal because she don't got pockets.
Uh-huh.
It's really good.
So next week is going to be the roast beef stew, and I'm probably going to do some bread with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do rolls or a loaf of bread, croissants. I don't know, but I'm going to make something to go with it. Something to go with it.
But he says it looks really good, awesome, yummy.
It is really good. It's got a nice bit of spice to it. Ooh. Ha.
All the meats are really nice.
Yep, they are. I had a bite of the shrimp a second ago, and that was really nice. Chicken is good. And that steak turned out really nice and tender. Well, as always, folks, give you a couple more minutes to, if you have anything else you want to talk about or comment on, or if you have any more suggestions for something that you would like to see get cooked up.
Now's a good time.
Natalie says a Dr. Pepper would go good with this meal.
Oh yeah.
And Joshua asks, so does the wife get to eat any? Of course I do.
Of course she does. Yeah. She wouldn't sit there for very long without saying something if I didn't feed her.
Miguel says, do you all feel better?
Absolutely. 100% better. Well, I guess then if there's no further comments or suggestions for food, I'm going to go ahead and make my exit. I want to again thank everybody for coming and seeing old guy. Sorry about last week, but you know, hey, we will be back next. Beef stew and bread of some sort. In the meantime, y'all take care of yourselves. Go out and do something in your community. Give back somehow. Right? Mow a neighbor's lawn. Help them sort some clothes down at Salvation Army. Just give back a little bit of time. That's it. You guys take care. I'll see you next week. Bye now.
It says, good